Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, guys. Welcome back to yet another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Very much welcome. My name is Pilile Barbara. Thank you for tuning in. Please kindly subscribe if you still haven't, like the video and also share. Okay, now guys, I want to talk about this story about Dingaan Thobela, something like that. We all know that he passed away, I think 2 weeks ago, something like that, you guys. And then yeah, we saw his memorial service and the burial. So now what I'm disappointed about is us as I don't know, do I say it's black people? Because it's not everyone, of course, but in most cases you find us when people pass away. After that, we are fighting for their assets and everything, family, umndeni, sekubangwa, whatever that person owned. That is actually like, I do not know. It is embarrassing, something like that, because it keeps on happening. It happens not every time, but in most cases, it just happens. And I'm like, why? Why, you guys? Because now when I see here, when I read the story, Babu Dingaan Thobela's father and Babu Dingaan Thobela's children, I don't know, they said 14, and later on they say his father, Dingaan Thobela's father, is denying all 14 of them, saying actually I only know 10 or 11. So where does these 14 children come from? Something like that, because they are just like fighting for whatever he had. And they're talking about how he passed away in a back room, even though he had, I do not know, a funeral parlor, something like that, and maybe he had other things. Now his children want a share in everything, and then their father, I don't know, is the one who's in charge of everything. Now he's saying no, and then abantwana baka Dingaan Thobela bathi no, happy way now you've got your children, when now you must be like fighting for your father's assets, not tsangwana how kids something like. It's like I'm like, but why is it every time? Why? We keep going through this, you guys. And guys, the story slapping guys emoji they're talking about, it is about Kamadaile though. Uchena Dingaan Thobela's 14 kids at war with the grandfather over the late boxer's estate. Okay, now Dingaan Thobela's kids want a piece of their father's legacy. Now, Dingaan Thobela was only buried 2 weeks ago, and already his family is already fighting over his assets. The boxing legend passed away on the 29th of April 2024 at the age of 57 years old. We all heard that after being found in his Johannesburg apartment, right? Dingaan's 14 children are said to be fighting to split the assets equally, while his father, Godfrey Thobela, has already taken charge of everything. Now the matter is currently with the court, and Godfrey, the father of Dingaan Thobela, had been handed summons. Now, Uzimoja have seen those summons delivered to Dingaan's pensioner father, Godfrey, from all of the boxing legends' adult children wanting a piece of their father's estate. Now, the neighbor to the Thobela family said the summons was delivered on the day the South African Boxing Federation and the ANC had visited the boxing legend's father. Now, we all saw and heard everything. Now, the neighbor alleges that Dingaan had not been home in 3 years. Home, I think, by his father's place. Dingaan was alone when he passed. He never visited home. He lived in a back room in the dilapidated building where he owns the shops there in Langlaagte, the same place where his body was discovered. Now, by the time he was found, his body had started decaying in that back room because he was alone. We heard that he was alone because he was staying alone until a friend got worried. Maybe the phone was ringing until it went off, and then until that friend then went to his family to say, hey, we need to go check this person because he once said he's not feeling well, but now we can't get hold of him. That's when he was found dead. Now they're saying his body was decaying in that back room because he was alone. I think would find out actually this person is no more. Can you imagine? Now the source said after his father's death, Dingaan's father put his banking details for the clients of the Rose funeral parlor to deposit money into his account. Now, Dingaan's accounts have been frozen, and because Godfrey, who's the father, cannot have access to his funds, he put his banking detail on the door of the funeral parlor for clients to put the money there to deposit their installments directly to his personal account. I angazi you guys, like, A family member told Uzimoji that Dingaani's business, the Rose Funeral Parlor, had crumbled because of his family. He allowed them to work with him and they opened branches for themselves and his business suffered. His step-siblings took over and he was left with nothing. A lot of selfish acts have happened to Dingaani, and it's time they are now exposed. The heartbroken family member said Dingaani was not really broke when he died, but he was alone and heartbroken. I think there was a lot that is happening with the family and the business. Like they were sabotaging him because he was working with him, allegedly, okay? We found him after a long time because he had no one except for his friends. Now, his dad wants to be in charge and take his assets when he has children of his own. Now, they are the ones who are supposed to enjoy his legacy. Abantwana bakhe, you guys. Now, the children are still waiting to be cleansed. He said, adding that all the kids want is to continue with their father's legacy. No one said he can't get what he deserves, the grandfather, but he is wanting to take charge of everything. Now, Dingaani's father Godfrey confirmed to Zimoja that he received a summons. They are taking me to court. I am not sure what will be the discussion. Maybe it is about splitting his assets. The police came to deliver the summons last week, but I have nothing with me. Everything is still at his property in Langlacht, and his cars had broken down and are with the mechanics until they are fixed. Now, Godfrey added that he included his banking details for clients to be able to continue making deposits to the funeral parlor, but the account is his own personal account. Now, the clients know me because I worked with Dingaan in the funeral business. They trusted me with the funds. I informed the children I would be opening an account to keep the clients' money. In the meantime, while the court decides on how the assets will be split, I still do not know if Dingaan had a will or had written down how his assets will be split. We will find out in court. That was his father, adding that he's only aware of about 10 or 11 kids belonging to the boxer. 14 yona ute yona angiyazi shem. I don't know about the 14 children. None of Dingaani's children wished to comment. This is a private family matter. We wish to retain the dignity of our father and we just want his legacy to be continued through, as they said in a short joint statement. So now I think they are having problems there with the grandfather, saying he now wants to take over you guys, but now his father, they are claiming that his father wants to control and take over everything now that he has put his own personal banking accounts by the funeral parlor's door so that clients can deposit money in there. And but guys, Mara, why do we keep on embarrassing ourselves as families like that? Why do we do that every time? It's not the first time we see this. Like in most cases, hi angazi, you guys, this is the story about Dingaan Thobela since he passed. Now there is a whole lot that follows. Family wanting to split, especially his children. They have a right though to get a cut of whatever, but Umkhulu, I do not know, you guys. Umkhulu is the one who's responsible. Hi, you guys, kuning lab. I don't want to comment in Dingazazi, but anyways, the story is Moja about family fighting when it comes to splitting Dingaan Thobela's assets. Why do we keep on doing this is my question. Your thoughts on the comment section. If you like the video, subscribe, share. Then we meet again on my next upload. Bye.